I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way. For centuries, a fearsome monster has been stalking Castle Finster. Legend has it that once it is on the prowl, it won't return to the woods until it finds a new victim. A wealthy German investor, Marcus Bohm, has called me to Castle Finster to help him scare out the truth in this bizarre and terrifying case. Hello? Hello? Open up, please.
No, thank you. We already have one.
What?
What?
This is Nancy Drew. Please let me in.
This is Lucas. Please let me out.
What?
What? That's what you sound like when you say that. What?
Can I talk to someone else about coming in?
No. But if you can find the match, maybe I'll let you in.
All right. I got it. Okay, I solved it.
Nice job. Now for part 2 of your test.
Lucas!
You passed. Good job. Gotta go.
Nancy, sorry about Lucas. I'll have a little talk with him later. Come meet me in my study on the 2nd floor.
Hello?
Guten Abend, Frau. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Sie... Oh, do I speak German? No, sorry.
No. I am the one to apologize. Karl, the Burgermeister, is supposed to tell me a little bit about each guest, like the language you speak and where you're from. This way I can have everything prepared for your stay. But again, he has not done this correctly. I'm Anya, the Castellan. I'm in charge of guest services. I'm here to help you with anything you need during your stay.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy Drew.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Drew. You sure picked an interesting week to visit. You must have a strong heart.
What do you mean?
What, you don't know? Then it's nothing.
It must be something, or you wouldn't have said anything.
The castle's worked up in a panic right now, so I have to warn you that your visit here may not be the world-class experience we aim to provide. But I will do my best to make sure that your visit is a happy and safe time for you.
Why is everyone a little spooked right now?
Oh, well, I suppose you'll find out about it anyway. I might as well be the one to fill you in. Mind you, don't get upset. Are you the easily frightened type?
No.
Good. You'd tell me if you were. There's nothing wrong with being scared.
I'm not. Promise.
Okay, good. But you do not need to worry about this, I see. How do you say this? There's a monster situation potentially taking shape.
A monster situation?
Well, that's the buzz around the castle. You need background. This castle, has a history. Legend around here says that a monster lives in these woods. Once in a great while, he returns, seeking a victim. People think that time is now.
What makes everyone think the monster is coming here now?
As long as I've been here, people always pointed out signs of his return. Cows would go missing, flocks of sheep would disappear, claw marks would appear on the trees. Everyone would say, "The monster will be here soon!" But when he doesn't come, everyone calms down and forgets about the legend until strange things start happening again.
Are strange things happening now?
Yeah, but different this time.
How so?
The signs are the same, but everyone is reacting differently. It's spooky. I heard once that before a tsunami, all of the animals will run to a higher ground. They just know. That is what it is like this time. We all just know.
What can you tell me about the monster?
I don't know, Nancy. A lot of the older people here say they've seen it, but none of them will say what it looks like.
Why not?
Not sure. Maybe they didn't see it. Maybe they did, and they don't want to remember. But everyone will tell you about the strange things that have been going on.
Like what?
Look, I could get into a lot of trouble for telling you things like this. Can you promise me that you won't tell anyone that I am telling you this stuff?
I'm sure it's not that big of a deal.
It is. I love this job, Nancy. My job is to make you feel more at home, not to scare you.
I'd feel much more comfortable if I had an idea of what was going on here. What's a castellan?
I'm in charge of the overall guest experience here. Karl, who you may have met earlier, is the Burgermeister, sort of like the mayor. Or, I mean, that's what he would really be if he actually did any work. I'm sorry, that wasn't really appropriate. Long day.
So, how did you get such a cool job?
I get asked that all the time. It's really fun here and pretty competitive. I got my job by working my way up and managing smaller households and attractions in the area. Then one day there was an opening. I turned in my resume and crossed my fingers.
You've got some great stuff in here. Is any of it for sale?
Of course. This shop is very popular with tourists. Most everything is for sale. You'll find the prices listed.
Do you believe there's a monster on his way here?
What do you want me to say, Nancy? I can't answer anything like that at work.
Okay, I'll let you get back to work.
No, that's okay. It's just... You can understand why I'm not supposed to say anything. But Nancy, Something bad is going to happen here. I can feel it. You didn't hear it from me, but keep your door locked tonight.
What do the people who live here think about the monster?
People have stopped talking about it. Those who can have skipped town. Those of us who really live here, let's just say you're not going to be finding many open doors on a night like tonight. People are scared.
This monster, does anyone know why it's supposed to be here?
Legend says he comes from the forest whenever the girl in the necklace walks the castle halls, and he will stop at nothing to steal her away into the woods.
Well, then what happens?
No one knows, but these girls, they are never seen again. None of them.
I'd like to buy some souvenirs, but I'm low on money. Any idea how I could make more?
People are always dropping coins around the castle. Oh, and Carl has been offering to pay for people's help on that silly game of his.
See you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Huh? I wonder what this says. Maybe the pictures will help me figure out how to crack this code. Gotta love snacks.
Nancy, it's Ned.
Hi, Ned. Sorry, the reception is a little bad here.
So when are you getting in? I've got the perfect romantic getaway plan for the two of us. Took a lot of work to put together, but it's going to be worth it.
Well, there's been a hang-up. Sorry.
Of course there has. Does this mean I have to cancel our plans again?
Yes, but I promise I'll hurry home as soon as possible.
I've heard that one before.
I'm sorry I can't be more available, but I'm in the middle of something pretty important here.
So what? I'll just hang out at home being bored? Nancy Drew, international sleuth, gets to go out adventuring, while Ned stays at home. Again.
I'm sorry you're not having a better time. If you're not having fun, then go out and have fun.
You know what? Forget that I even said anything. I can see that I'm not that important to you. So forget it.
Fine.
Fine.
That was not great. It's locked.
Nancy Drew, is it? I understand you and I have much in common.
I'm not so sure. I don't believe we've met officially.
Meet officially? What? With papers and a stamp? What is this? Meet officially? Silliness. I am Renate, officially, and you are Nancy, officially. Is that official enough for you? Should I invite a third party to witness the exchange, maybe?
No, that's all right. What did you mean when you said we have a lot in common?
Perhaps I'm wrong about that. You're here for the monster, yes?
Monster? What monster?
Good try. But I don't buy it. Let me tell you what I know. You're here for the monster. Now I tell you something you don't know. This monster? He's here for you.
What makes you so sure of that?
I'm a storyteller, Nancy. I deal in fate and tragedy. And when a young girl suddenly finds herself called to a monster's lair, it is always the first breath of a tragedy. I should know. Leave while you still can, Nancy.
I'm not going to do that.
I didn't think that you would. You're part of this story now.
Do you think the stories are real?
I know. I think some part of the story is. I do not know. But you need to live as if it was true.
You said I know. What do you know?
I'm an old woman who speaks many languages. When I'm tired, sometimes the words do not behave as they should.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me? Then that is your own problem. Now leave me alone! What do you want?
Where are your favorite places to visit?
The places with the best food. The people in the north are dull as mud through dirty spectacles, but they make a knockwurst and apple fritter that will take up residence in your soul. Oh, and in the Black Forest they make cakes, these chocolate cakes with cherries and cream. Oh, what I would give for one right now. There is nothing like having a full belly and taking a nap near a fire.
That does sound nice.
It is. Sweet food is my one true weakness in this world. It isn't great for the old teeth. It makes me fall fast asleep. But those are small prices to pay. Oh, all this talk has made me hungry.
Have you heard much about this monster?
Let me tell you a story a friend told me. She stayed here with her family a long time ago when she was a young girl. Back then the woods outside the castle walls were a very dangerous place. especially for a little girl. That's why her father told her she was never going to the woods alone. This little girl? She had a small red scarf that came all the way from India. It had a parade of gold-stitched elephants, all walking in a line. She was very proud of it, and how far it had travelled just to belong to her. One day when she was playing in the field, a gust of wind carried the scarf deep into the woods. When the girl's older sister saw her walk into the forest, she tried to stop her, but it was too late. She couldn't catch up. 2 girls went out into the woods. One came back.
What happened?
There were monsters in the woods that night.
What kind of monsters?
Does it matter what kind? That girl never came home, never saw her family, her friends ever again. Who cares what name, what kind of monster it was? That means nothing.
The story about the girls. Who is this friend who told it to you?
You wouldn't know her.
I'm just curious. Is she your age? Is she from here?
Why won't it matter to you? Leave it alone.
Why are you here?
I'm a traveler, much like you. I see the world, I tell stories.
But why are you here now?
I do not know yet. If our time together is a comedy, then I was brought here by coincidence. If our time is a tragedy, then it must be fate.
What did you mean when you said I was part of the story now?
You'll figure it out.
I think you're just trying to scare me.
And if I am? Is that such a bad thing? You have good reason to be afraid.
Afraid of what?
If you don't know by now, look around. Think. It is a dangerous time to not know who you are and who other people think you might be.
What do you think of Anya?
You ask me? She should be in charge of this castle. She's smart, she's strong, she actually understands the history of the castle.
Why is that important?
When I'm here, I try not to tell the stories of what has happened at this castle.
Why not?
Fate has a cruel habit of digging in its claws when tempted. But I will say this. In the event of disaster, I'd rather have Anya in charge than Karl.
Would you like some food?
Yum! Hi.
Why don't you tell stories about the castle when you're here?
This land, this castle, has known more than its fair share of misery. There is a saying from where I'm from. When death goes to take a ride, he follows the road that serves him best.
If that's what you believe, why are you here?
My affairs are mine alone. And anyway, a good storyteller knows to leave the big reveal for the end.
What if I don't want a story? What if I just want to know why you're here?
You're very persistent. I was right to like you. Still, my life's work is words. I know them well. When to speak. More importantly, when to stay silent.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Bye.
What did you do to Ned?
Hi, Frank.
I'm serious. You better hope his brain is under warranty, because you have broken it.
Oh, no. Is he really upset?
I've never seen him this upset before. Joe's working overtime to cheer him up. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you might want to give him a call. Ugh, this connection is awful. Give me a call when you've got a better line. Let me know what you're up to. Joe and I will keep an eye on Ned.
Bye.
See ya.
This must be the room that Carl set up for me.
You must be Nancy, yes?
That's right. I'm here to help you take care of the monster sightings.
Shh, shh. There is certainly no monster, Fraulein, and there have been no monster sightings. Everything is fine. There is no need for alarm. We have a huge monster problem here, literally and also figuratively. The monster is huge, and it is also a huge problem. I need your help.
Why are you doing that?
Doing what?
Talking so loudly. Who is listening in?
I am the Bürgermeister, Nancy. If I appear to be scared, how will everyone feel? The last thing I need is the castle newspaper picking up on how bad things are.
The castle has its own newspaper?
Of course. Doesn't yours?
I don't really live in a castle.
How do you protect yourself from peasant uprisings?
It's never really been an issue. Can you tell me a little bit about this monster?
What? You want details? It's a monster. It is monstrous. Get rid of it, please. And thank you.
This thing, what is it? Why does everyone just call it the monster?
Honestly, there is not much we know about it.
What do you mean?
Most of us have only seen the destruction it leaves behind.
But it still seems like you would know enough about it to at least give it a name. After all this time?
I heard it had a name long, long ago. The villagers, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, they knew the monster. They would leave food for him deep in the woods. They were all terrified of him, of course, but so were the wolves. If they kept the monster fed, he would not bother them, and they could raise their livestock in peace. But one night, the monster broke into the castle and kidnapped the Freiherr's only daughter. He was broken-hearted and decreed that the monster be killed on sight. He demanded that the townsfolk no longer leave food in the woods. It was forbidden to speak the monster's name in town.
What happened?
No one knows. No one even knows how true the story is. It was a long time ago. But there are many stories like it that happened in these walls.
I like your lederhosen.
Yes, get it out of your system now, Fräulein.
What do you mean?
No one likes lederhosen. Look at these. All of these straps and hooks and what have you. It's like I can't be trusted to keep my shirt on. Do you know how long it takes me to put these on in the morning? 9 minutes. And it's not like they look good. I look like a sad old Pinocchio.
Then why do you wear them?
It's part of Marcus's Bavarianization of the castle. He wants to give tourists a more authentic experience when they come here.
It sounds like you're not a fan of that idea.
I grew up here. I know authentic. If he wanted authentic, he should have come to me instead of stuffing the castle full of idiotic tourists. No offense to you and your fanny pack-wearing, loud-talking country people.
It sounds like you don't like tourists.
We have no business having tourists here. It isn't right.
Who's Lucas?
Lucas is the castle's other monster.
What do you mean?
He's the head of